Hi there, I'm Evelyn, your doctor. I'm 50 this year, an age where I've begun to realize that waking up every morning and hearing the steady rhythm of my heart beneath my chest is a priceless privilege. Did you know that in the United States, someone has a heart attack every 40 seconds? I've worked with thousands of patients aged 50 to 90. There's one thing that always weighs on my mind. Why is it that we can spend hours maintaining a car, yet often ignore the only engine that sustains our very life? I want you to close your eyes for just a second. Imagine you're sitting on a peaceful autumn afternoon, and suddenly there's a strange shift in your body. You don't know what it is. You're confused. Will you brush it off, or will you take action to reclaim your life? One of my patients, Robert, 72, once told me, "Evelyn, I waited for the pain to pass because I didn't want to bother my grandkids late at night. And that was almost my final mistake." Today, I'm not here to scare you with dry statistics. I want to delve deep with you into the nature of a heart attack, how to recognize its subtlest signs, and most importantly, what we must do during that golden hour to preserve this precious life. 1. Recognition, the heart's silent language. A real-life heart attack doesn't always look like what we see in Hollywood movies, where a character suddenly clutches their chest and collapses instantly. In reality, the heart often chooses a more discreet way to speak, like a close friend whispering final warnings. It usually begins with a vague discomfort right in the center of the chest, a disturbance we sometimes intentionally ignore, thinking we're just tired. The boulder sensation. Imagine an invisible boulder weighing dozens of pounds sitting directly on your chest. It's not just simple pain. It's an indescribable suffocation, a deep pressure radiating from behind the breastbone. This sensation may not stay in one place. It quietly spreads to the left arm, creeps up to the jaw, or even makes you feel aching in the back between your shoulder blades. When you feel this weight of time, your heart is truly crying out for help. Silent. Signs in women and seniors. At our age, the heart has its own unique way of expressing itself, which medicine sometimes calls a silent heart attack. You might not feel any chest pain at all. Have you ever felt suddenly exhausted to the point where you couldn't lift a cup of tea even though you just woke up? Or persistent indigestion and nausea that you mistook for last night's dinner? In America, I've met many patients who were dismissive because of this. Remember, if that strange fatigue is accompanied by cold sweat on your forehead while the air is cool, that is a red alert. Never compromise with these abnormal feelings. 2. Action. Calm amidst the storm. When you realize something is wrong with your body, the natural human reflex is to panic. But I want you to understand that panic at this moment is an invisible poison. It releases adrenaline, increasing your heart rate and forcing an already oxygen-starved heart to work harder in its state of exhaustion. Controlling your breath is controlling your life. The W position and breathing. When the pain strikes, sit down immediately. Absolutely do not lie flat because a lying position increases blood pressure back to the heart and makes breathing more difficult. Sit with your back against a wall or chair, with your knees slightly bent to form a W shape. This position helps the diaphragm drop, freeing up space for the lungs to receive maximum precious oxygen. In that position, inhale deeply through your nose and exhale very slowly through your mouth. Consider each breath a dose of medicine to soothe your heart. The no self-driving rule. This is the advice I repeatedly give my patients. Never, ever drive yourself to the hospital. You might be a veteran driver, but a heart attack can cause you to lose consciousness at any time, endangering yourself and those around you. Pick up the phone and call emergency services immediately. Why? Because when the ambulance arrives, paramedics will start intensive treatment protocols right in your living room or in the vehicle, saving you every precious second. The aspirin ally. A tiny pill can be a lifesaver while you wait. If you have aspirin on hand and are certain you're not allergic, take one pill and chew it before swallowing. Chewing helps the medicine break down and absorb into the bloodstream many times faster than swallowing it whole. Aspirin acts by preventing platelets from sticking together, stopping the blood clot from growing larger, and allowing blood to seep through narrow gaps to nourish the heart muscle. 3. Importance: the race against time. In our medical world, there is a saying that has become a survival philosophy. Time is muscle. Time is literally your heart muscle. Every passing minute is not just a number on the clock, but thousands of heart muscle cells quietly dying if not supplied with blood. Heart attack versus cardiac arrest. To visualize it easily, a heart attack is a plumbing problem, a blockage that prevents blood from getting where it needs to go. Cardiac arrest, on the other hand, is an electrical problem, when the heart's rhythmic system is completely disrupted and the heart stops beating. If we don't fix the plumbing issue, heart attack, quickly, it will lead to a total blackout, cardiac arrest. And once the power is out, the chance of returning to your family's arms becomes extremely fragile. The 3-hour golden window. We call the first 3 hours the golden window. This is the magical time frame where doctors can intervene with thrombolytic drugs or stenting techniques to clear the flow, saving gasping areas of the heart muscle. If you let more than 12 to 24 hours pass, the oxygen-starved heart muscle will die permanently and be replaced by rigid scar tissue. Your heart will never be able to beat as strongly as before. Don't let your heart bear the scars of delay. My friends, the life of someone over 50 is like a book in its most profound chapters. Don't let that book close abruptly because of negligence. In America, many people gamble with their lives because they worry about hospital bills or bothering their loved ones. Remember, your health is the greatest gift to those who love you. Never feel like a burden. Before we finish, I have a small request. Check your medicine cabinet, save the emergency number to speed dial, and most importantly, learn to love your heartbeat every single day. I'm Dr. Evelyn. Thank you for sitting here with me. I wish you a healthy heart, a sharp mind, and peaceful days ahead. Goodbye.